That's what we're talking about, 5 o'clock on Monday night. It's the NHL Draft Lottery. They take the 11 top teams who had the worst records in the league, and they go into the lottery, led by the Ducks, who had the worst record in the league because they finished with a 13-game losing streak and fired their coach. Blackhawks, who are in the midst of a massive rebuild. Columbus Blue Jackets, who fell apart because of injuries. San Jose, who got old, got rid of all of its veteran players. Montreal has had injuries after having been in the Stanley Cup Finals just 2 years ago. Those are the top 5 teams that have the chance for the number 1 pick in the lottery. And it's slotted. The Ducks have the biggest percentage chance of getting the number 1 pick. Chicago would be second. Columbus would be third, right on down the line to the non-playoff teams. The number 1 pick in the draft is a young forward from Regina in the Western Hockey League. His name is Connor Bedard. 71 goals, 72 assists, 143 points in 57 games.
Whoa.
This kid is crafty. This kid is fast. This kid's got a wide variety of shots. They think he's a generational player. The second pick is probably going to be a young center iceman of the University of Michigan. I want to make sure I get his name correct. It is Adam, I want to say Fantelli. Scored 31 goals in 30 games as a freshman at the University of Michigan. He is going to be the second pick. The third pick is an 18-year-old center iceman, plays for Team USA internationally. His name is Will Smith. The fourth pick is a forward from Sweden, who scores a lot of goals. The fifth pick is a Russian forward. So the Ducks are going to wind up with one of those picks. But if they could get Connor Bedard on top of what they got a couple of years ago with Trevor Zegras and Jamie Drysdale and the other collection of young defensemen they've got that are about to come maybe to the San Diego Gulls or turn pro and maybe try to make an NHL team at 19, I think we're going to wake up one day soon. And the Gulls are going to be pretty good because they've stockpiled, because of all the losing, they've stockpiled all these draft picks. And on top of that, Pat Verbeek, the general manager of the Ducks, he's got like $30 million in salary cap space to go get veterans to complement the kids. Because last year they played all the kids, force-fed them. The kids struggled. The kids lost. 13-game losing streak at the end of the season because the kids ran out of gas and some of them got hurt. So my gut feel is we're going to wake up one morning and the Ducks are going to be pretty good because they've been building and keeping all these assets, et cetera. So we'll see what happens in the draft. Everybody is raging about Connor Bedard, and I've seen video of him. Holy cow, is this kid slick. He is really good, and he's really fast. He's got a wide variety of shots. Is he young? Sure. He's 18. Is he coming to San Diego to play for the Gulls? No, not yet because of the rules. Maybe he goes back to junior, or maybe at age 19, he makes the Ducks as a raw rookie. He's like Trevor Zegras or like the young defenseman, Jamie Drysdale. And last year they force-fed Mason McIntosh. I didn't think he was ready, and he turned out Mason McBain. He played really, really well. So I'm fascinated to see what the draft lottery on Monday night brings us.
So do you think this Bedard kid is like a generational talent? You know, it's just like a LeBron for the NBA. Is this guy that can really change the game?
Well, that's what they say. He's not as big as Connor McDavid, the icon of the Edmonton Oilers, who's had unbelievable seasons. But he's fast and he's crafty. He's not 6'3". He's, I think, 5'10". But he's outplayed everybody in the Canadian Junior Leagues. He scores 71 goals in 57 games.
Wow!
And you set up 72 goals with assists. That's 143 points in 57 games. Monster numbers.
Yeah, unbelievable. So how are they going to do the lottery? I mean, you're going to get a frozen envelope in the bin when they mix it around like they did for the NBA draft?
Well, they'll do it behind closed doors, and then they go out and they have the placards. And this team gets the 11th pick. It's the Ottawa Senators. And this team gets the 10th pick. It's the Detroit Red Wings. And they count it down, and then they get down to the final two, and they say, pick number 2 is Chicago Blackhawks.
So they're only going to set up the order then. They're not actually going to do the draft.
No, they won't show you the ping pong balls, if you will. I think that's all done behind.
Okay.
So it's interesting. It's not as crazy as the NBA lottery, but it's, for those of us that like hockey, pretty good.
Yeah.
Go Ducks. Hope it's a good night for you.
I hope so too. I mean, geez, they had a rotten season. Need to have them come back.
Okay.